know there are many funny religions in the world. They say if your good supersede your evil, you will be spared. The righteousness of God is absolute righteousness. If you like, have 99.9% good and have 0.001% evil. That 0.001% will condemn you. If I make a bread for you and I say, don't worry, 80% of this bread is flour, but I mixed 20% with acid, will you take it? There's no way we would have escaped judgment. Our escape from judgment is the cross. And that is what? Mercy. Number 2, message of the cross is the love of God. John chapter 3 verse 16. It says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Romans 5:8 said, while we were yet sinners, he said Christ died for us. It's a testament of God's love. And you will not appreciate this until you know who is dying for you. In Philippians chapter 2, from verse 5 to verse 9, we saw the extent of the demonstration of the love of God. This is King of Kings. This is Lord of Lords. This is the God of the ends of the earth, the creator of the universe. Creator submitted himself to be messed up by creation. Now, if you don't know glory, you won't understand what we are saying. But you go ask your president to resign because of you. You will begin to understand. Or ask a billionaire who is enjoying life to give up wealth to save you. You will begin to understand why men cleave to power. Power eats the soul. And if you look around the world, you will see some men who have power. See how they cling to it. Now, the one we are talking about is greater than all the presidents in the world combined. All of them, all the monarchs, all the presidents combined, he is greater than them. Then because of you, see what the Bible said. Go to verse 5, Philippians 2. If we have the message, let's read it. Because of you, the one greater than monarchs, greater than presidents, because of you, the Bible said, think of yourselves the way Christ thought of himself. He said, verse 6, please help me fast. He had equal status with God, but didn't think so much of himself that he had to cling to the advantages of that status no matter what. Verse 7, he said, not at all. When the time came, he set aside the privileges, oh my God, the privileges of deity. You know what those privileges are? He sits on the throne. Anything he says become. All the angels worship him. All creation worship him. Dogs, birds, cattle, fowls, mosquitoes, everyone bows. The Bible said, forever and ever, the 4 beasts, they cry, holy, holy, holy. It said the 24 elders, they fall on their faces, they cast their crown day and night, forever and ever, they cry, holy, holy, holy is the Lord. The Bible said he set aside the throne of heaven. He set aside the worship of God. He set aside the power of deity. He set aside because of who? Because of me, the privileges of deity. And he didn't just set aside. He said he took the status of a slave. He didn't just become a human. He became a slave among men. Oh my God. How can the King of Kings become a slave? How can the creator of the earth become a slave among creation? He became a slave. And not just a slave. The Bible said he died the death of a criminal. He died like a criminal, naked before his mother. Oh, when they came to arrest him, he told Peter, put your sword aside. If I wanted, now I can call 12 legions. I can call 12 legions. So he could call 12 legions, but he set it aside. They arrested him. You arrest the master, you arrest the King of Kings. Jesus said, this commandment I have received from my Father. He said, no man taketh my life from me. I have the power to lay it down and to take it up. He allowed himself. You know, when he came to them, he said, whom seek ye? They said, Jesus of Nazareth. He said, I am he. They went back and fell. But he surrendered. They spat on him. They pulled his hair, they beat him, they kicked him. Oh, you need to see what happened to him. Do we have the picture? Where is the media? Show me where they tied him to the pillar. They naked God. They pulled God's garment. They tied God to a pillar and they were wiping him. The canes they used to flog him, they had bones, they had chisels. Go to the one where they tied him to the pillar. When they flogged him, his skin pulled out. That's God. When you watch Mel Gibson, they tied clothes on him. He was naked. Everywhere they flog God, the skin peeled. How can Creator be molested by creation? They spat on him. The scripture that described this act was Isaiah 12. If you read Isaiah 52 verse 14, they pulled his beard. They spat at him. Can we have that scripture? Well, I'm coming back to this. Can we have Isaiah 52 verse 14? If you have the message, help me. Oh my God. The master. He said, but he didn't begin that way. At first, everyone abhorred him. You know what abhorring means? Disdain. He said they abhorred him. They said he didn't even look like a human. When they finished dealing with him, even a pig looked better than him. They ruined his face. They disfigured him beyond recognition. So when they finished punishing him, when you saw him, you asked, what creature is this? What is this animal? He didn't look like a human being. He was disfigured. And in that state of disfigured countenance, they gave him a cross. And he trekked for almost 1 kilometer. God was helpless. God fell 3 times. God. People were looking and mocking. People wanted to help God. Some were cleaning his face. God. And the Bible called it love. That's why Jesus said, no love is greater than this, that a man lays down his life for you. He didn't just lay his life. He laid it down in shame like a criminal. And then they hung God on the cross. 6 hours. Look at the picture of the cross. The one you saw in the movie, he was hanging straight. They don't hang people straight. When people hang on the cross, they are bent over because you can't even be straight. You are hanging. So what it meant was that he was depressing his diaphragm. He couldn't breathe. Every time he breathed, he had to pull the nail on his wrist up to breathe for 6 hours. That's love. That's love for you and I. When they put a crown on him, it was thorns. And the point came. The biggest of all persecution was when the father turned his back and he cried, Eloi, Eloi. In the history of divinity, they had never separated. Eloi, Eloi. That's spiritual death. Why hast thou forsaken me? It's called the love of God. Do you know why we are audacious when we go out? The Bible said in Romans 8:32, if he did not withhold his only begotten son, but gave him freely for us, he said, how shall he not with him? This is why when I make demand, I don't fear, because the greatest love has been demonstrated. There's nothing God cannot give me. He gave me Christ, and he gave me Christ with everything. This is why you should ask God for anything, because when he gave Christ, he gave his best for you. Do you see why people like us, you can't look at me and say, hey, get out, I don't like you. Your love means nothing, sir. I have the love of the Father. Somebody he's in a relationship, they say unless you fornicate, he refuses, they end the relationship, he's crying. We can't be heartbroken, sir. We are too loved to be heartbroken. Too loved to be heartbroken. Too loved. You sacked me from a job, I'm not crying, sir. I'm too loved. You lost me. It's a revelation of the cross. This is what I mean to God. God can endure shame for me. God can endure death for me. God can endure disgrace for me. He loves me with an everlasting love. He loves me. He loves me.